Bore da, and welcome to Rhyl, sunny Rhyl. It's very quiet at the moment, but it is only 8:32 a.m, so I'll let people off on that one. And I'm going to be documenting my journey down to Cardiff and what it's like as a GOG to make the arduous journey down to our capital city. Very exciting day. It's the first time that we've got a competitive game in front of our fans, and the Canton later on, I'm sure, will be absolutely buzzing. I can't wait, and I'm going to speak to people on my way down about how it feels to be a GOG and to travel down to Cardiff and to make this journey on a semi-regular basis. Over to Gabriella in Port Talbot, where I believe she's going to be starting her journey, and yeah, see you all in Cardiff later.
Hello, well I'm currently at Aberafon Beach, enjoying some lovely chips ahead of a very exciting day. I can't wait to watch my first CYMRU match of the year this evening and a World Cup qualifier. What better way to spend it? But first, I'll be heading to the brilliant Canton Libs for their family fun day before the match. I can't wait to meet everyone, it's going to be amazing. But I wonder what Lawrence is up to. Let's give him a call, shall we?
Oi oi Jukesy, how's it going? I'm just about to leave my place in Chepstow to head down to Cardiff. I cannot wait to get to Cardiff, see match day, probably see faces of Wales fans and Wales fans I haven't seen for 2 years, which is incredible to think. But listen, FC CYMRU is not just about the internationals. Oh no. You know we're more than that. So we've sent debut boy Gavin to find out what it takes to be a top referee, and we've also been to Cardigan town where they had a free football session. If you wonder what free football is, well, across Wales in September, the FAW Trust and clubs across Wales are putting on free football. So if you go to the FAW Trust website, you'll be able to find out more about that, and you'll be able to find out about Cardigan town and all their great work a little bit later. But I think we better go back to Tommy. He's probably on a train somewhere. On a short drive. Cheers, Tommy.
So I'm here on the train with Corey. We're on our way down. Just got on at Shrewsbury. You've obviously done this trip a fair few times on the train, in a car and all that. It's tough going sometimes from the north, isn't it?
Yeah, it is tough, but we enjoy it. It's obviously what it's all about, enjoying it when Wales are playing.
Yeah.
So just excited to be back as well, more than anything.
Surprised you're not on the beer yet, mate? Think the journey a bit more comfortable?
Give it time.
Welcome to Cardiff Castle. I'm here with Sam and Paul, the two brothers. Sam's a Covey, Paul's son Cardigan, and I'm winding them up. But they've made the long journey down with me. How tough is it at times to make this journey to support your country?
It is tough, especially on a weekday. But up until yesterday morning, I thought I was driving down, and then the missus was meant to come with me, then she pulled out. So luckily I got to come on the train this morning. So yeah, it's worked out well for me.
Sam, yeah, I mean, we travel in our numbers, don't we? But perhaps not as many today as we'd expect from a Gogledd, but, we do well, don't we? We support the country in numbers, don't we?
Apparently it's like 18,000 tickets sold. 18,000 from North Wales, I reckon. Yeah? Oh, something like, okay, maybe 15,000 from North Wales.
Diolch, boys. We're going to head over to Barry now, where Gavin is talking to Tom, the FIFA accredited referee. Enjoy the game.
Croeso Tom, welcome to Shannon Park. I want to know, I'm intrigued, how did you get into refereeing? What was your pathway into refereeing? What was the beginning?
For me personally, it was from a young age that I took up the refereeing course, that I passed it at 13. It was just to earn a bit of extra cash as a teenager, whilst being involved in the game sort of thing. So I was kind of playing on a Saturday and reffing on a Sunday at academy level. I actually just fell out of love with the game from a playing perspective, and I decided to take the refereeing career a bit more seriously then at that point, I suppose is probably the right term. For anybody else looking to stay within the game, or that doesn't play or coach in the game, I think refereeing is a great opportunity to be involved in the game in one way or another. And like I say, certainly experienced some really great things within the game really. And from me personally, those experiences have come certainly in my most recent career and being on the international stage. I'm officiating at a lot higher level than I ever would have played, which is certainly something, you know, not scared to recognise. And I think that's, as I say, part of the opportunities that arise as an official, is that the game needs them, you know, is the long and short of it. And you know, as I say, if you, with a bit of time and dedication to improving, you know, your abilities and things, I think that there is a lot of opportunities to achieve within the game, and I say experience some of those things at those high levels, and be exposed to stuff that you wouldn't do if you weren't involved in the game at all and just spectating.
So Tom,
yes,
could you take us through your match day routine and what you do beforehand?
So every game is slightly different based on its locality. Depending on where I'm travelling to, I'll either prepare some pasta or something to take with me. And then in terms of once at the ground and arrived sort of thing, we'll settle ourselves in with getting our kits together and that kind of thing. Obviously meet up with the rest of the team that'll be with on the day. Check the kits from both teams just to ensure that it's as per the administration side of things, and familiarise ourselves with our surroundings, have a check of the pitch, have a look at what's going on sort of thing, possibly a brief chance to interact with some of the teams and players once they've arrived as well. As a team of officials, we'll have a brief sort of pre-match discussion just on our anticipations for the particular game at hand.
What would you say is your favourite part of the match day routine?
I think that pre-match part, to be honest, yeah, that's really great, the social side of it, to meet up with different officials and work with people again. There's a really great group of officials, I think, within Wales, and I think we all really respond and you know, work well together as a group, and I think we all have a great understanding, really, which is really positive actually coming then into games, knowing that you've got the support of a group that you might not work with too frequently, but you know that you're all there for the same reason, same goal, to get the job done. And pleased obviously to be at Jenner Park, which is typically you know, there's normally a good set of fans here, make a bit of noise and a bit of atmosphere, so yeah, looking forward to it.
How do you feel about the game?
Yeah, I think the game went well from a refereeing perspective. Thankfully, I think no one's talking about any refereeing decisions coming away from the game, which makes it a little bit easier for the drive home. So no, I'm pleased with my performance personally, and the team. I think we contributed well where necessary and stayed out of it where we didn't need to be involved.
So Tom, last question.
Yeah.
If I wanted to become a referee, why should I become a referee? Or what's the steps I could take to become a referee?
Okay, so I think that you or anybody else interested in the game, for that matter, really, should get involved in refereeing or officiating. If you have an enjoyment, you know, in taking part in the game, essentially, really, you know, all games are important to somebody, and they all need match officials. You know, if you're capable enough and you've got the right attitude, I think that there's opportunities, certainly within Wales, to progress and be involved at the top level in games like this here today. And certainly for me personally, I wouldn't have been involved at this level if I wasn't refereeing. Yeah. So, you know, for those interested, yeah, absolutely, why not take to the whistle?
Tell me a little bit about Canton Libs as a club. What's your role here?
It's a little bit of everything. As you see today, I'm manning the burgers, flipping the burgers as it is. We're a community club, so you know that's what you got to do. You got to do everything. Community being a key word. We've grown our girls section over the last 2 years or so, even before the pandemic. So we want to be, you know, a dual gender football club in the heart of the community, on the doorstep of, you know, the Welsh national team, Cardiff City Football Club, men's and ladies. So I think community is the right word to encompass who we are.
You can definitely feel the community atmosphere here today. And of course, you've accredited platinum status as a club, haven't you? Tell us a bit about that. How did you achieve that?
Well, it's not easy, that's for sure. You know, there's a lot of us behind the scenes, too many to name, that obviously put in all the hours to make it, get to that status. You've got to have yourself organised, you know, from an admin point of view off the pitch, but you've got to do good work on the pitch. You know, yes, we want to be a community club, but wouldn't it be a great story if one of our players was a Welsh international, male or female? And that would be the dream goal for us, so that people, a part of the community, want to play, want to maybe progress, or just want to have fun. But a lot of hard work, let's put it that way.
How important are days like this, using the international game this evening, bringing everyone together from the club?
Yeah, it's massive. I mean, look, you've got Cardiff City, Swansea City ladies on Sunday. Do you know what I mean? So this area is a hub for great football, and again, in the men's and women's game. But let's be clear, you know, people enjoy it more when you're doing well. If the Welsh team can do well, men's and women's, it's going to create a buzz. It's going to create an atmosphere. More kids are going to want to play football. They're going to want to have fun. Their families, that's what we want. Everyone that's involved. So we're going to make it happen.
So you guys, you've all come down by a minibus, haven't you?
Yeah.
So what are you doing here? Are you looking forward to the game tonight?
Oh, we can't wait. We've been off now for 22 months. We can't wait. We've travelled down from Aranda. We've got a local minibus sponsor that's come down. We've got our new flag. We can't wait to go away. And there's always 20, 30 of us that come down to watch, obviously, the home games. And Canton Rugby Club always give us a really good welcome.
We make a day of it, and that's what it's all about. We're supporting our country at the end of the day, so we're here for that reason.
Well, love the work being done here at Canton Libs. Now, earlier this summer, Lawrence visited Cardigan town for one of their free football sessions put on by the FAW Trust and McDonald's.
Listen, tell us a little bit about the free football, because getting the kids involved now, this is a great chance, I guess, for you guys to kind of recruitment drive, if you like.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully a new season.
What we're campaigning against kids being stuck at home playing video games. You know, like I say, when we were younger, we didn't have that option. You know, show my age maybe, but now if we can get them out in the nice weather, get them playing football, it's a battle for, you know, mental health and health anyway. Keep everyone healthy. So yeah, it's there's a few boys, a few girls that are a bit better than the others. But, you know, they start off slow, everyone gets to the same level eventually, hopefully, and beyond.
In terms of the club, like, obviously to get this many kids, to get the coaches engaged, you guys must be doing something right at Cardigan.
Oh, definitely, a smile helps. And, you know, that's, friendly face is one of the best things. It's so warming. And we are one of the biggest clubs in the area, in the community. So, you know, we do branch out into the community in the local area, really.
Okay, so this is Jane. Jane has done pretty much every single role you could ever think of at Cardigan Town, from volunteer, treasurer, to under-6 coach, kit washer.
Feeding, doing food for the seniors.
Everything. So you're the perfect person to give me a lowdown on Cardigan Town. What makes this club so special? And special to you?
It's just, you know, as you can see tonight, there's loads of kids here training. It's just seeing them developing, keeping with Cardigan, and hoping they will go through to the seniors side in years to come. You know, I've seen a lot of kids going through the age groups and playing for the town.
So if anyone was thinking of doing a McDonald's fun football session as a club, would you sort of recommend it?
Oh, definitely, and it's the way you're going to get players, you know, kids to join, and they tell their friends about it, and then they want to come as well. You know, with Cardigan, there's a mixture of different schools. It's not just Cardigan School. I know it is a big commitment, you know, and we're lucky here. We've got so many coaches willing to give their time up. So it is essential to have volunteers to help.
It must give you a sort of a warm heart seeing all these guys playing out here.
I mean, it's, you know, this was me 40 odd years ago. So, you know, yeah, as the future of the club, it's, you know, not all of these kids unfortunately will stay with us until they're adults, but if we can get a couple from every age group to come through, that's what we're after. So yeah, it's going to be, you know, they love it. You can see how many kids are here. The town's great. I mean, we've got a lot of well, you can see a lot of sponsors who follow the club and who support us, and it's, you know, it's just getting people to come along and be interested and take part and be a part of the club.
Is it good to be back?
Brilliant, man. It's awesome. To be fair, just to be around the lads, back to normal, awesome. Before, watching the house, not the same. Being in certain bars where the games weren't on, but with the lads, still had that, it was brilliant. But this is what it should be like. It should be.
You don't realise how much you miss something until it's gone, and being back here you realise how much we've missed days like this.
We drove about 4 hours down from North Wales, and we were just talking in the car on the way down. You know, the last time we did this drive was the Hungary game back when we qualified, so to think that was 2 years ago, it was a really, excited feel about it.
So basically on the way down, like, we were just looking at other cars overtaking us, seeing if they were wearing Wales shirts as well. So, oh mate, the feeling just to be back here, look, the fans here and everything, it's just amazing to be back home, isn't it?
It feels like we're back where we should be, I think.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. It's the best, isn't it, when you come to Cardiff for a home game?
Like, you're home when you're in Cardiff, yeah.
Did you manage to feel connected while the Euros were going on and we were just watching on the TV?
It was incredible being around our mates, again after everything that's gone on, being around our mates for the Euros, being able to enjoy particularly Kiefer Moore's goal, that moment when that went in, being able to celebrate that as a group. Regardless of everything else that's gone on, that moment will live with me forever, because it felt like, again, that you forgot about everything else, you forgot about all the hardships that everyone's been through, you got to just experience that together, and now hopefully we can have more days like this where we get to do it properly.
Mate, I'm just so excited to be back in the Canton stand. Yeah, come on. Have you been warming up the vocals?
Yeah, we were actually watching the little clip that the FAW did a couple of days ago about the players saying how they're excited to get us back. So it's always good, I don't know, but it feels like Wales has got a connection with their fans, where the team has, and just to be back in that, probably near as full capacity will be brilliant.
Oh my days, how amazing is this? How amazing is this? Come on, Cymru! Yay! Absolutely beautiful. We've lost Tommy. He's in there somewhere. He's gone. I don't know if you've seen him, Gabs.
No, I haven't seen him yet. He's disappeared.
Absolutely done well. I hope you're having a good night, Tommy. But yeah, listen, how was Canton Libs? You enjoy it?
It was amazing. The atmosphere was incredible, and it's made me so pumped now for this game. I can't wait to be here and watching Wales again.
Absolutely. And of course, if you want a kickback scheme, you can do that, can't you?
Yeah, thank you so much to Canton Libs for having me. You threw such a great party. I had an amazing time. But if your club wants to get involved and coming along in International Football Day, then get in touch with the FAW about the kickback scheme.
Yeah, kickback scheme. Get in touch with them. Details on the bottom of the screen. And we'll see you soon. Come on, Cymru! Should we get in there?
Yeah, let's get in there.
See you soon.